Hi guys, I'm in Joshua Tree right now, and I only tell you this because right now I am what you would consider a digital nomad. My first real job is a hairstylist. I've been a hairstylist for 20 years, and I currently still work in LA 4 days a month. But I'm doing these YouTube tutorials, my first one, the JLo Dreamcurl, because I miss you guys. I miss doing hair, and I miss talking to people and just connecting, because with hair you really do connect a lot with your clients. And so I'm starting these tutorials because I want to help people be able to do their own hair. It makes me very happy. I've noticed a lot of people, well, I should say other hairstylists, are doing a lot of tutorials for each other. And I think that's amazing because education is everything. But for me, I personally get the biggest joy out of teaching my clients. So I've decided to become like a virtual hairstylist. So I'm going to do these tutorials, but if you want more help, because of our digital age that we live in right now, there's so many different ways that we can look at the way we do our jobs. So I want to be able to connect with you via like FaceTime, Duo, whatever, all those types of ways you can connect virtually. I want to help you do your hair that way. So DM me, hit me up with a message. Let me know what you think. Hi guys, so this is my hair naturally just rough dried to just give it maximum volume. It's pretty frizzy, so I like to start off with this Eclat by Lenore Grail. I use a very, very nominal amount precisely because I'm going to be using this product throughout the whole styling tutorial. Just focus on the ends, do not put it on the roots, because again, you just want to have that really sexy, big, sexy, like JLo hair. So after that, you're going to need a butterfly clip like this one. And if you don't have something like that, just use a scrunchie or even like a hairband just to get all the hair out of the way. Sectioning is very, very important, and also a big comb if you have frizzy curly hair like me, because you want to comb out any kind of bumps in your hair, because once you put it in that curling iron, it's going to seal in any tangles. So the big comb is to get all the tangles out, and then just keep working towards the back. Take small sections. Do not take anything too big. You kind of want to take sections as big as the curling iron. This curling iron is Hot Tools, and it's 3/4 size, which I really like because if you use a big curling iron, you're not going to be able to achieve this look. You need to have a 3/4 curling iron to give you max volume, and then also to give you that very specific kind of curl pattern. So again, I'm just curling each section. Now for my straight haired girls that don't have any frizz, don't have any tangles, you won't need a comb. I would definitely do this style on second day hair because you have a little bit of natural oils in there that is essential, because that way you have more grip. I don't know if you've ever gotten like an updo and stuff like that, and then the updo just slides out, and that's because the hair is just way too clean. I actually love it when my hair is a little bit dirtier because it just makes the style look so much better. So don't be afraid of that second day hair. Now I'm just starting to demonstrate, the fact that you're just curling. You're going to basically alternate all the way to the middle of the back. And then this is important. Sectioning is key. If you think you're going to do this hairstyle with your hair all down, it's just not going to work. You're just going to get a really messed up look. Just very unorganized, just all the curls going whatever way. So you must section. I cannot stress that enough. So I did my curl iron, this time back away from my face, and I'm alternating. I'm going to be working my curling iron all the way to the middle of the back of my head, and then I will switch to the other side. curl away. Again, you can curl away, curl forward. Just remember that each section you want to just alternate. Make sure you get those ends in there because you can pull them out and kind of straighten them at the end. And I will show you exactly what I'm talking about. You just need to get every curl really pretty tight, almost like Shirley Temple curls. So it's going to look pretty ridiculous. And you want it to. You want it to look tight and ridiculous like this. Now, here we are with our most important section, what I call the horseshoe section. And if you can imagine, there's a horseshoe on the top of my head. And this is, again, where I'll be just alternating and curling towards the back of my head. So now I'm starting on this side. Again, just, just working towards the back of the head. But I did want to mention also, too, that this particular hairstyle or J-Lo hair won't work if you don't have any layers in there. Or if your hair is like super long. It will just, you'll have a different effect. You'll have the most volume if you have layers in your hair. And then, if you have really fine, thin hair, I would definitely include just attaching some extensions just to give you that maximum look. So right here, I felt like I had a little bit of trouble with something. Maybe not. I don't know. Even myself that I've been doing hair for 20 years has a little bit of problems like trying to figure out how to separate that hair that isn't curled from the hair that's curled. Once you keep doing this a couple of times, it gets easier and easier. This back part is, for me, I feel like everyone has a really finicky area. For me, it's this back section of my hair. It's a totally different curl pattern. I feel like the curl pattern is just tighter and it's frizzier and it's drier. So you'll see me like adding some more product in there because it just gets so dry. And if your hair is like too dry, I feel like it won't adhere to the curling iron as well. I think it'll just kind of like glide through. So I'm putting some more of the eclat on the ends to moisturize and really just to be able to, again, take the heat and then have the ability for those pieces that are just extra tough to curl because they just don't curl. The other reason why I rough dried my hair was because if I would have blown out my hair and then done this, I wouldn't have had as tight of a curl pattern. It would have just looked different. Now this top part, I've taken down the horseshoe. So when you start on this pieces, you're going to do something a little bit differently with the direction of your curl. You're going to curl everything the same direction and all towards your face. Make sure you take nice thin sections because the thinner the section, the tighter the curl, just the better the effect. And if your hair is sliding out of your curling iron, your sections are probably too small or your curling iron is too small. So just same direction, just like that, all the way to the back of the horseshoe. Almost there, guys. Check it out. Okay, so this part, it's basically close to my last section, and I'm again curling it all the same direction. And I do want to talk a little bit about the tool that I'm using here. This Hot Tools this one has what I call Marcel, which I wouldn't recommend for people that don't know how to use a curling iron. I would definitely just get a regular clamp Hot Tools because this one will be way too difficult to use. And then let's talk about parting. If you look at JLo's hair, it's definitely got a nice side part. So if you're thinking that you're going to do a middle part and it's going to look the same, it ain't going to happen. So pick a side part and extend it a little bit further over so you have more volume. Because what happens is when you put the part a little bit further over, you just get this swooping effect, and it just gives it some nice volume. Right now, I'm just finishing it off with some hairspray, and then I changed the filter again because I wanted you to see the curl pattern a little bit better. Looks good, right? Shirley Temple. Okay. Now comes in a very, very important part. I'm combing it out with a wide tooth brush, and do not do this until you let your hair cool down, meaning that after you curl your last piece, go do something for 5 minutes. Let it cool down completely, because if you comb your hair while it's still in the cooling process, you're going to loosen your curl. So I'm combing it through after letting it cool. And now I'm going to use my eclat again. For my fine hair girls, you'll see in the bottom the description of products that I want you to use, because it's going to be totally different. This is where I moisturize again, but just fine tune these pieces and add that separation. As you can see, I'm just kind of going through the ends. I'm not concentrating on the roots at all. This is all just on your ends to just add that separation that's needed to just give you maximum volume, and just to give you that really sexy, kind of messy, fixed look. So now I'm working with my part again, because I'm trying to decide how far over I want to go. See how it gives me I just went a little bit further. It just gave me this like really cool volume on top, and I'm picking out these pieces, these curl pieces, to accentuate the curl. And now I'm going to pull those pieces and really accentuate even more. This is what I was talking about earlier, where you want to go in and just straighten those pieces. I literally just grab certain curls and just stretch them out. So I am breaking up that Shirley Temple look. Have fun with this, guys. You can really play around with it. And it's just a great look for hair that's been colored with, lighter pieces. It just looks the best. And it's just a really great like date night, or just when you want something a little bit more like fun and polished and sexier, of course. Always sexier. Ciao, guys.